car is nicely charged up. And if you don't have one of these yet, get yourself one. These are so good. We're doing a road trip today to Orlando, so it's gonna be, looks like one way 2 to 3 hours. So like the round trip is probably gonna be anywhere from 4 to 6 hours. So. Okay, we're going to Disney Springs.
Yeah.
Disney Springs. Okay. Oh, it's asking right away for the garage, which is good.
Okay.
Which...
Lime is open again.
No, but is that the one? Oh, that's the one that's not covered. I want to go to the one that's covered. So yeah, the orange one is the thing. So it's good that it gives you the option to choose which parking lot. Okay, 2.5 hours. Okay. Let's see if it takes us to full self driving. So start full self driving. I'm gonna set it to hurry, because otherwise it's like super slow. It says when we get there we'll have 35% of battery.
Do they have chargers in there?
Oh, in Orlando there's lots of chargers. But me? Oh, you mean at the parking lot?
Yeah, that's what I
don't know. Yeah, it says we're gonna get there in 2.5 hours, 147 miles, and we're gonna have 35% battery left. Now that's, I guess trying to do conservative, because it looks at the average thing, which right now for the last 10 miles we've been averaging around 254 watt hours per mile. Over the last 200 miles we've been averaging 296 watt hours per mile. See what it's gonna do now.
Now turn left onto Regina Drive.
Oh, no.
Regina.
So like I don't want to intervene, because it wants to go there, and it's a damn navigation, and it's telling it to turn left on a street that there's no lights and there's no left turn there. They put barriers now, and it doesn't know that. So
did they? I don't think they did on that one actually.
I don't know, but it's like it's an unprotected.
It doesn't matter. It's just dangerous.
It's an unprotected left turn over there, and you do not want to go there. Like I don't feel safe myself crossing. I don't want the FSD to do that.
Okay,
so I wanted to go. This makes sense. It's like literally the same distance, and you have lights here, so you can turn, no problem left. So the navigation sucks. Like the FSD, a lot of the situations I notice, it pays attention to emergency vehicles. But when it comes to the navigation, it just gives it sometimes really wrong or really long directions. So yeah, we've been driving 2 minutes so far, and I already had to intervene. Not because the FSD was driving unsafe, but because the navigation is just giving it wrong directions. Like here, I don't get it. If I'm in hurry mode, speed limit is 55, it's driving 54. Is it doing it because it's looking at the usage, the energy usage? It's trying to keep it within that range, so that when we get there, it originally said 35%, now it's already downgraded it, because I realized we're using more power. So I wonder whether that's why it's calculating it that way, and it doesn't want to go faster. Because clearly here, you could be driving 60 without an issue. So, okay, now it's speeding up a little bit, 57. But yeah, and this is in hurry mode. If I go to standard, let's see, I'm gonna go even lower. So I almost feel like the speed that it's driving at, it makes almost no difference if you're in standard or chill or sloth. Well, now when I put in sloth, I can feel it's braking. Like I said, okay, so it's gonna go like exactly at the speed limit. I go in chill, no difference. Standard, it seems to be driving the same. Okay, now it's going a little bit over, but I still find that in standard it drives like usually very, very slow. Now, okay, now it's going to 59, 60. Okay, let's see. Okay, and then it looks like it stops there. Now if I go to Mad Max.
In 1 mile, bear right towards South River Road.
Okay, so that is going a bit faster.
Mad Max is after Hurry.
Yeah. What would you say here is like a safe speed that you can drive at, so that it, you don't cause an accident, but also so you don't get caught, pulled over?
60, 62.
60, right? Okay. So I'll do standard.
No, Hurry.
Oh, so I'll do standard. It was doing 60. But yeah, that's the one thing that in a way, this is hardware 4, and the Model 3, we have the hardware 3. And that one, I prefer in a way the self-driving, because I can set the speed limit. They haven't updated to that 14, FSD version 14 Lite. And so on that one, yeah, you can just, with the scroll wheel, you can adjust the actual top speed. Like, what is it that you feel comfortable driving at? Whereas with this one, you can't. It just chooses it for you. Because what it thinks it's safe, or I don't know exactly the logic, or whether it looks at the battery usage, or how it calculates it, I don't know. But yeah, right now speed limit's 45, it's driving 50, or standard mode. I guess it's okay for now. It is a safe speed. I see when you kicked up turned down the AC, that's when the battery usage spiked, and then it kind of trailed off a little bit. So AC also, yeah, it adds a lot to the thing. I wonder in the winter, I've never used this car in like really cold weather, but I wonder how it's going to perform when it has to heat up. Because that also, I would think, uses a lot of power. But I mean, right now we're doing good. 270 watt-hours per mile is pretty good. Now the EPA rating that they issue for this is 240 or 250, somewhere up there. Which, to get that, I mean, I've gotten that, but yeah, you really got to be driving slowly on the highway. On the inner city, like streets, as long as you're not gassing it right away, you're going to stay within that range. But driving 60 miles, you're still doing pretty good. But if you go over like 70, oh yeah, the battery usage really jumps up to like easy to like over 300 something watt hours. Right now it's telling us with this thing, with this current usage, the average over the last 10 miles, we're gonna have a range of 227 miles. That's a 93% battery. This is over the last 100 miles, that was our average. And over things, so you see, over the last 200 miles, we had an average of almost 300 watt hours per mile, and so our projected range based on that is 220 miles. Not a big difference, versus 238 or 36 miles. Technically, this car is supposed to be able to get 295 miles range. And if you're driving, like I said, like pretty much with the autopilot and standard, I think you're gonna get that. Again, given that you're not blasting the AC or the cold air, or the heating, because we've done longer trips, and that's, I could see, it will average out to more or less to that. Now again, if you're driving with the AC on or heating on, on a high setting, or if you're driving, let's say, up or down the hills a lot, down would be good, but if you're driving up a hill a lot, then that's also going to totally change your range. So that's why it's kind of true what I heard people saying, that very much forget about like leaving this in range mode, because that's like a very rough estimate and it's constantly changing based on usage. So might as well just keep it in percentage and just get used to using the car that way. Like, when you're driving, do you bother with checking the battery? Like in the city, you're.
No, not really, because I already know that I start at 80. What I drive, it's usually. But I do check it.
Yeah. So how much do you end up using, like in a normal day of driving?
It goes down to 68, maybe.
68. So not much.
From 80.
Right. Like 12%, maybe about it.
It's like where if I'm like I go to my mom's and like do a little bit of extra driving, but usually it's like it goes down to 7.
And you just use the AC how you want to.
Yeah.
You're not conserve.
No, I don't think about that.
Because I've seen people push, like, there's one guy I saw online, his car had a range of, I think it was a brand new Model Y, and it had a range, like EPA listed range of, I think it was 320, somewhere around there. And he was like, he put in this destination, and it said he's going to get there with 0% battery, or minus, or something like that. And the range, it showed him that he was, I think it was like extra 10 or something miles. So like, yeah, let's say 330 miles versus the 320 range that he has. His car is, you know, rated as. And did he get there? Yeah, he actually managed to get there. He got there but he basically, towards the last, like, I think, last 40 minutes or half hour, he basically turned off the AC, and it was in Vegas, so it was, I can imagine it was brutal. Turned off the AC, turned off the stereo, the music, everything, and he was sitting in there, and he probably was sweating, and also he said he was like nervous, because then, like 5 miles before, it already said, you know, pull over and recharge the vehicle. You're at 0 battery. He's getting these beeping and stuff. He was getting these messages. And then his battery, yeah, it reached 0, it showed, but it was still kept on driving. Now it was driving very slowly. So when he was on the highway, his car was doing like 40 something. And at 0 battery. And then he kept on driving and driving for another like almost 10 miles on 0% battery. So I know that there is always an extra range they give you there, just in case you ever do miscalculate and you end up, you know, basically reaching 0. It's not like your car will shut down. Like you can still go a certain number of miles. But you obviously, you know, want to try to avoid that. You don't want to stress the battery. But he did do it. He got to the charger, and then, yeah, he had to end up charging technically from negative battery status. So now we're on the highway and we're in standard mode, and speed limit is 70, but it's going 67 in the center lane. Now it can't really be going much faster because everybody's pretty much going with or below the speed limit. Well, I guess it could go in the right lane once open. Right, there's nobody there. But it's choosing, okay, it's going 73, so it looks like it is even in standard mode, deciding that it's not going to be racing, but it's not going super slow. I'm actually happy because sometimes it's like ridiculously slow. Now here, yeah, it's just adapting to the speed of all the cars in front. But I also see, it tries not to overtake cars aggressively, because I guess that's when it's like adding that torque. That's when the battery usage really goes down. But you can see it. The second we went on the highway, like it had to speed up. And that initial speed, like it just increased the battery usage. Let's see now over the next few minutes what it averages out to. Okay, so we're right now, I can see we're close to the average, basically, the rating of this car. Driving in standard. It's going 75 now. My beautiful wife wants to go Mad Max. So putting Mad Max. Let's see. What is that?
That's what I'm wondering too.
Oh, I think it's like a motorcycle train.
Oh yeah, it does have this.
So now with Mad Max, it's going up to 80. Now I don't like it staying in the fast passing lane, but I could go over to the right lane. Okay, Mad Max is going at 80 versus the 70 speed limit. And obviously our thing has now jumped up. But our time hasn't changed. It still shows we're gonna get there at the same time.
So I'm gonna turn here.
So actually later, because originally it said we're gonna get there 1:57, yeah. Now
At this time, 2:50. They said 2:57 before.
oh, okay.
Oh yeah, remember? Pay attention.
Make sure that this thing
Is it here? It's 261.
that
Yeah, that.
Orlando, okay.
Yeah. Oh. Hi.
Got it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, it's
Take over.
going crazy. Yeah, I had to take over because it's like this signs, the black signs, they didn't know what the hell it was, and it like wanted to change the lane, and then it still stinks in the road.
Oh, it's the black thing.
Yeah, those black things, they didn't know. It thought it was something wrong with the road, and it started going weird, and it basically looked like, you know, the cop was behind me and he pulled over. That was weird. Like I know it, when it notices things in the road, like debris, or yeah, sometimes like a really dark stain, it tries to go around it because it doesn't know what it is. But in this case, I mean, those were kind of weird signs. It was like, I don't know why they wouldn't just make it, because I guess the road is so bright, so they put it on like a black background. But yeah, it just didn't know what to do. And so it was weird going back and forth, back and forth. Now let's see, is it gonna do it? Okay, here it didn't. Yeah, because at first it started changing and then went back, so I thought maybe it's like somebody's like
Me
driving
too,
out.
that's why I looked and I'm like,
But,
no,
yeah.
there's nobody that
Yeah.
pickup, that truck, you know, in the back.
Oh yeah, it was wide open. It was freaking out about those things on the road. Didn't know, I guess didn't recognize those signs. And so I thought, like, what the hell is that? That's when you realize that it's not artificial intelligence. It's artificial. But sometimes it's really dumb artificial. Looks like we got no more traffic, which is a surprise because we're on the I-4 in Orlando. And there's always traffic. But I'm happy. I don't want to jinx it. And but it is pretty busy, and here it's actually pretty impressive how the FSD is like, because a lot of lane changes here, closed lanes and cars cutting you off, and I'm in hurry mode, not in Mad Max, but it still drives at a decent speed, and it's pretty more like a lot more decisive. I notice now, overtaking other cars and stuff like that. So you're not stuck behind everybody. Take over. So that, it's a red light.
Okay, but we gotta go. We
I
can go.
know. Go.
You have to go.
Yeah, so again, this lane doesn't have a red light, those lanes, but it didn't know. And it held up the traffic. So like I had to press the brake. So technically press the gas. Technically I didn't disengage the autopilot, but you see, like in that case, like a human being, I don't think would ever get confused, because you can see clearly those lights are for those lanes. But you see, AI in this case, it was like an unusual situation. I'll give it to them, but it just could not figure out what the hell, like why is there lights basically here all of a sudden. So now let's see. That's why here, like especially around Disneyworld, there's a lot of these unusual situations with the lanes. And so now I'm curious to see how it's going to do with the parking lot.
In 500 feet, turn left. Then bear left.
Yeah, that took that right turn to the parking lot. Now when we started the navigation, it asked me to basically, put in which parking lot I wanted. So I chose the one, and let's see if it will actually park for us at the parking lot or whether it's just going to go there, because right now it just shows it's like right at the entrance and then it just stops there. So we'll see. Is it going to look for parking or no?
Now turn left. Now bear right.
Yeah, this is good, because here where I was thinking you might make the wrong turn, because the ramp goes to actually two parking lots, and the Mango parking lot or the surface one is there, but I actually wanted to go to the one that's covered. It's showing us it's just going to get us to the entrance of the parking lot, but let's see. Is it just going to stop, or will it actually look for parking? Uh-oh, looks like it's all full here. It's going to take us to the top. That sucks.
There's one parking lot.
Yeah, it's telling us to go forwards.
Then
Oh, yeah, don't take
destination
it.
Oh, here, this one.
This one's still covered?
That's 18. Yeah, this one's still covered.
18 spots, okay.
And then the top is 668.
Now it says 16 spots. Okay, so it's turning.
So let's see. Hopefully we find one.
So
To the
it's
right.
5 there. 0 here. I wonder, can it read those numbers or no?
No. We
So it
can.
wants to turn left here, but no, there's nothing there.
No, turn left.
That one's also zero, right?
There's one here.
I think it's a 0, 0 there, right? So where's these spots? Maybe they're all the way there on the other side. Okay, it's turning left. Okay, so at least it seems like it knows it's the direction here.
Don't you dare take that
Oh,
spot.
now there's 2 spots here. Okay,
Hmm.
he opened up. So go, 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 go.
Go.
Well, those people can't go. So let's see. Then go left.
Just go.
Yeah, it's turning left. Okay.
Okay, we have one here. It's supposed to be one there, but it's wrong.
Ah,
What the heck happened here?
so it's not correct.
There was 6 over there.
Damn
It
it.
said 6, but then again, you know, is this guy leading?
Now your destination is on the left.
I don't know. To stop.
I no. Okay, I guess they're staying.
Okay, so I don't know. It's a very hard situation because everything's in.
Can we go that way?
No, it's a 0, right? 0 spots. It's a 0 here. 0, 0. Everywhere it's a 0. So.
I think
Oh, this guy's leaving, right?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Get in there before somebody gets in.
there.
So I did have to take over because I mean it's a very hard situation. There's like no parking spots and it's showing incorrectly, but it did go on the right thing. Like it maneuvered correctly. It's just it was showing us that it was free, but it wasn't. And now I see also here it doesn't recognize the spot, so I can't do the auto park. See, I have to just do it manually. Damn it! I have to actually move the steering wheel. But no, this is a good parking spot because we don't have anybody hitting us.
Yeah. On this side.
Yeah, and then here we have more space because I'm able to move over. So we made it to Disney Springs finally, and autopilot did pretty well. There was 3 instances where basically I had to intervene. First one was I don't want to intervene because it wants to go there. And it's a damn navigation. So yeah, we've been driving 2 minutes so far and I already had to intervene. Not because FSD was driving unsafe, but because the navigation is just giving it wrong directions. One instance was a really weird one. I've never seen that before, where it tried to change the lanes, but then it saw those weird markings, which were arrows, but they were surrounded by black. And it just, I guess it thought it was potholes or something. And it kept on doing it back and forth a few times. And then it didn't know if it's safe to switch the lane, so it didn't go there. And then another one was that. It's a red light.
Okay, but we gotta go. We can go.
Go. This lane doesn't have a red light. Those lanes, but it didn't know. Here at this parking lot, it actually did a pretty good job. It got us all the way inside the parking lot, and it actually followed like the signs, because here it tells you basically how many spots there are available, and then you'll see these lights here. Whenever there's a spot available, then when it's green, then that means it's available, right? It's taken. And it also has these markers here that show you within that lane how many spots. And then the autopilot actually did take us to the right, basically way. It like took us basically, followed the signs on the road, so we're not going against traffic. Took the first left, went and left again, and when it found a row with 2 available parking spots, it went in there. But it actually the markings were incorrect. They were green, even though when we actually pulled up, there was a car parked in there. So it was actually a fault of the parking thing. And so then it just didn't know what to do, so it kept on driving. And then that's why I just decided to take over at the end, because I was like, okay, there's literally every parking spot is taken here. So I needed to like get a spot before somebody, like basically anything that's available. So that's why I intervened. But otherwise, I mean, it looks like if it wasn't that busy, or if I just let it go, I'm guessing it would go all the way around, but it would just take a long time. And it would probably go to the next level. And on the next level, there was a ton of parking spots, but it's uncovered. So, but anyways, yeah, it did a pretty good job.